Judos are validating the previous presenter, and yes, we are going live on YouTube now. The presentation deck is up, and also we could see the timer 10 minutes, right?
Yeah,
May I
we can see
add a
it.
spotlight? Yes. We can start the presentation now.
Okay, so just a check. You can hear my voice properly. You can see the deck,
Yes, yes,
and me moving the deck is also moving for you.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
great. Let's start. Okay, good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Manraj Jain, and I am happy to present to you Money Club. It's a deep tech group savings platform. There's a global problem where 1.7 billion people are unbanked because of unviable branch banking. So what these people do, out of them, 1 billion people actually resort to rotating saving groups called ROSCAs globally. And over $1 trillion actually gets pooled up in these saving groups. And people have been pooling up money all over the world, not from now or 10 years ago. They've been pooling money for several centuries now. And it's called by different names in different parts of the world. Let's understand what the rotating saving group is. If there are 4 members like John, Mark, Linda, and Carol, each of them decide to put $100 into a pot, they pool up $400. Now, this $400 can be picked up by any one of the 4 people whenever they need the money. So, anybody who picks up the money in the early rounds is typically a borrower. He actually has to pay money to pick up money from the pot. People who pick up money in the middle of the round are savers, and people who pick up money right in the end actually are net investors because they keep collecting interest in each of the rounds that go through. Now, if you look at it globally, this is how the global landscape looks like. It's a $1 trillion market where $200 billion is actually getting pulled up only in India, Latin America, 150 billion, China, 100 billion. So we decided to launch an innovative product in the Indian market. To discuss that, let me just take you through a quick story of a lady called Uma. She is one of the 400 million lower middle class Indians who lives in a small city of Bikaner, and she lives in a family of 10 members. She works as a tailor in a local cloth factory, and she has to take care of her children's education, her family members whenever they get sick. So she decides to save up every month. But when she decides to save her money individually, she realizes that the power of money is very limited. So she goes and joins a local group where they start saving money as a group, and all of them deposit money with a local guy called the cashier. Now, this typically they save around 20, 30,000 rupees every month. Now, these 30,000 rupees can actually be life saving at the right time. Or she can actually build a future that she has always dreamed about with this savings that she is doing in her group. But unfortunately, one fine day, the cashier of the group actually decides to get greedy and runs away with everybody's money. Now, this leaves Uma completely distraught, and she has lost her entire life savings and she's back to square one. This is where we come in. We are Money Club. We have built a deep tech group savings platform. Now, let me show you how it works. So Uma will basically find the app on a Play Store. It's an Android mobile app. She will fill up a form where she fills up basic details. Now, these details come to our database and she receives a phone call from one of our call centers where she gets verified and gets invited to join a small trial club of 1,000 members where she's contributing 200 rupees every day. This club will run for 5 days. She joins 4 other verified members in this club. And whenever she needs the money, all she has to do is go into the app, bid for this pooled amount. And as soon as she bids for the amount, she enters the bank account details and the remaining people transfer funds directly into her bank account. All this is happening digitally. Now our smart algorithms start taking Uma from small pooled amounts to bigger pooled amounts as she keeps building her transaction history on the platform. Now, this is what we are calling state-of-the-art algorithms. In the process, the platform takes 3.5% from the winner of every round, which means that as the number of bids keep increasing on the platform keeps making more money. Now, Uma can actually realize a dream that she has always dreamed about. Sorry. And what has actually happened is that we have built a decentralized micro banking platform for the masses. The peer-to-peer money transfers decentralize the risk. Users are micro pooling money across geographies now using this platform, and they save small amounts regularly, which means that their daily or regular crisis that they hit is now being taken care of. And in this process, we have now built, or we have started building, the first social network in the world where people can actually start sharing money with each other instead of sharing pictures and tweets. Our dynamic cash flow based underwriting engine actually is very effective in weeding out users and keeping the platform safe from scrupulous users. So if you look at the green box on the left, the first few clubs are actually the honey trap zone, where the user completes around 25 transactions in the first 60 days. Now, this helps us weed out the scrupulous users, because with every transaction that the user does, our algorithms are mapping the persona behind, and they are assigning a money club score to the user. So with the scrupulous users out, the disciplined users progress further into bigger clubs. And our data-driven behavior underwriting and matchmaking engine actually ensures the right user mix in every club, because every club should have a combination of a borrower, saver, and investor. Compared to what our users, the options that our users have, we are legal and licensed, risk-free and secure compared to predatory lenders and offline saving groups. We are more accessible than any other option. I mean, banks are not able to reach this market because it's unviable for them to do branch banking. The journey is 100% digital for the user. We are the first in the world to build a data-driven real-time underwriting engine. Our commissions are as low as 0.5%, unprecedented. On-demand access to multiples of savings in times of crisis for our users. Again, not all competitors can actually provide this. And it's a gamified journey. Again, this is none of our competitors are able to provide this option. We are already live. We have hit product market fit after 4 years of innovation. 500,000 customers have been acquired who have pooled around 85 crores. Till date, they are saved and disbursed in 50,000 money clubs and 1.3 million transactions. Our LTV is 1,000 rupees and an LTV to CAC ratio is 6:1, which means that we have built a sustainable model around this. Our outstanding default rate is 1.1%. Now, when the user bids on the platform, he typically gets a fund within 6 hours. Again, unprecedented compared to any other fintech product out there. Investors end up making 4 times more interest than what they can do if they save the same money in bank accounts. Again, unprecedented. Our 30-day retention rate is 90%, which means once users stick or they trust our platform, they just stick. Again, this is unprecedented. Some of the best gaming companies have a retention rate of 90%. We are on the path to a $3.5 billion impact in India. Let's focus on March 26 numbers. Out of the 40 crore people, if we are able to get even if we are able to get 1.5 crore people on this platform to save regularly, this platform will start saving around 26,000 crores every year, generating about $100 million in revenues. If I were to take a global view of the same situation, now our addressable market is $1 trillion. The serviceable addressable market is 60% of it, $600 billion. And the obtainable market is again 30% of this, which is $180 billion. If we assume a
1 minute.
Yeah, if we assume a revenue of around 10% of this pooled amount, the revenues translate, the obtainable revenues translate to around $18 billion globally. That's how powerful this innovation is. We believe that this is a very sustainable business model because it provides a very efficient capital arbitrage that transcends geographies, and people can start moving money between themselves across geographies. 1.5 trillion people in the world can now save safely and move up their financial strata and experience an improved quality of life with access to good quality healthcare, food, and education through this innovation. The financial safety net that this tool provides, it makes the population more productive because now they're not unproductive. And this contributes to the economic workforce of the country. And with real-time access to dynamic credit history, if we open this up to other platforms across the sector, more and more financial products can be accessed by this population, which was not bankable before. Yeah, with this come to an end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great work done, Madhuraj. Wonderful work.
Let me add a spotlight to you as well. Just a minute. Yes, we are open for questions now.
Hi, Manuraj.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry, I couldn't understand who spoke.
This
yeah,
is one of the jury members.
Okay.
Great, thanks. So,
Saurabh, yeah, now I can see you. Yeah.
great. So, is the Uma that you painted there in the story, is she digital?
She's digital. We are talking about people in Bikaner who have a smartphone. I mean, Jio has done this job for us. We should thank Ambani's for it.
Is she ready to turn digital transaction holder?
She's already doing Paytm, UPI, the UPI, NPCI. I think we have esteemed experts on this panel itself. UPI has been transformational on this regard. So this Uma is already using Paytm and PhonePe or Google Pay for that matter.
The second part about the entire model, the way I was able to imbibe, has an element of a kind of a chit fund equivalence on some way, and a bit of a lottery equivalence in some way when the algos begin to grow in order to create a kind of digitally kind of a calculable model wherein some winner appears through the DeFi route, which obviously kind of sanitizes the entire process, which I would agree. So I think both of them, from the current legal perspective, I hope you would know, Manuraj, are something which is not allowed as far as our current laws are concerned.
No, we have a Chit Fund Act, no? It's a 1982 Chit Fund Act which governs this activity.
And
So
have you gone through the details of that act and it fits into it?
we have the license. We have a Chit Fund license. We have another entity where we own the Chit Fund license. So this is a tech platform, and then we have a Chit Fund entity which takes the tech platform users from here, and all the groups that are getting formed will be registered with the state government.
Great. The second point was about the UMA, once again, which is your target audience, trying to take the route which you are proposing, and the alternative route, which is wherein UMA is kind of, progressively nudged and taken forward to the mainstream banking or the mainstream finance, and so on and so forth. Just take yourself away from it for a minute of what you said. Would you not like the UMA to travel the way which is called the mainstream banking, or would you want her to continue to remain this chit fundish way?
I would like her to go through this route, because through this route she has built a credible history, a credible savings and credit history on the platform, and all this data is stored digitally. So this is the only and the most plausible route, because UMA understands chit fund. Chit funds multiply the power of money. With 100 rupees in her pocket, she can go and withdraw 1,000 rupees from a group savings group, which is not possible if she saves this 100 rupees in a bank account. Tomorrow she hits crisis 2 months later, she can only withdraw 300 rupees in crisis. But from this group, she can withdraw 1,000 rupees. So that's the power of leverage this product actually gives. And this is one of the reasons why this product has been running for over centuries. And even till today, despite of all the innovations in financial services, this is a product that people continue to use. There are 20 crore people who continue to use this product.
Thank you. And when you say DeFi, do I understand that you're talking about some level of blockchain technology being used here?
No, we are not using blockchain right now. We are talking DeFi in the essence of decentralized finance, because what we have done as a tech player, where we have groups all over the country and they are rotating money among themselves. So one group defaulting will not impact the other group. So the risk of the money is completely decentralized in this whole process.
Okay, thank you.
So, great, Manuraj. So I have a question. So you must be riding on some bank for keeping this.
No,
money,
we
right?
just use UPI.
So I deposit my money, or Uma deposits the money. Where does that money sits?
It doesn't sit anywhere. Like I said, before the bid, so let's say 1,000 rupees is being bid for. So before the bid, the money is not moving anywhere. Once the bid winner is declared, the bid winner enters her UPI ID. The 4 or 5 people will transfer funds directly into a UPI account. And this is off the app, so we don't touch the money also.
How are you getting the transaction fee if the transaction is done at the instant when there's a request for withdrawal?
Yes, 6 hours. Like I said, average time of getting the full amount is 6 hours for our users.
So the money comes on a kind of a virtual account and then gets
No. It's a simple thing, right? Let's say if you want this 1,000 rupees, you bid for 1,000, you enter your UPI ID. 5 people will transfer 200 rupees to your UPI ID. You will get 1,000 rupees in your bank account.
How do you get your retention money of
The winner will pay us. The winner, we ask the winner to pay the commission.
Okay.
Because he's getting that money, right? So he pays from his money.
So there is no concept of GMB in your case.
No.
Okay.
It's the amount of money that has got saved up and distributed.
Okay, got it.
So continuing to what Kalol has asked this, so there is no automatic deduction in terms of a payment from the winner's prize money. So he
Yes.
has to manually transfer money to you.
Yes, not to us, between themselves.
No. Your commission, your 0.5%.
My commission he has to transfer. Yes, he has to transfer manually.
Okay, so what is your default rate? Let's say how many are winning and not paying you money?
In these 1 million transactions, $10 million, 85 crores saved and pooled till date, our default rate has been 1%.
Okay. Wonderful. And where do you find risk?
Where
this can really earn the notorious name of chit fund of West Bengal, which Saurabh tried to really.
So one, I'll tell you, the Sharda and the Rose Valley scam is not a chit fund scam. It's a cooperative credit scam. There were 4 cooperative credit entities used by Sahara. It was not a chit fund company. It was, the media misbranded it as a chit fund scam. Most of the chit fund scams that you will hear don't happen in chit fund companies. Chit fund companies are very well reputed, namely Sriram Chits, Margdarshi, KSFE. These are all very well reputed companies running for 40-50 years. Where the fraud is happening is in this offline unregistered groups. Local guy, local cashier, he's holding the money and he runs away one fine day. So that's where the fraud is happening.
But where is your risk?
Where is our risk?
Where you can really burn your hand?
In this default.
Lose the credibility.
If most of these users, so we started pre-COVID, by the way. And during COVID, we sailed through COVID with only a 7 basis point increase in default rates. So even a black swan event like COVID actually helped us understand how our underwriting model works. So this is the only risk that we see. If we are able to underwrite this set of users properly, if we get it right, this is a wonderful platform. And the other risk is if we start giving them clubs which are not relevant for them. For example, if we put them into a 1,000 rupee club, जब उसको पैसे की जरूरत है, he needs 6,000 rupees, and we gave him a 1,000 rupee club. It's a wrong match. If the wrong matchmaking starts happening, then they will stop using this platform.
Okay, so what stops other competitors to copy your technology platform?
I think one
rocket science.
No, I think it's so this is a segment where even the best fintech companies have not been able to penetrate. Banks have not able to penetrate this segment. This is unbanked, this population. And this is not from today, but hundreds of years I'm talking about. So it's not an easy segment to penetrate. One. Second, because of its reputation, educated people don't enter this space. We have. Third, we have spent 4 years in understanding user behavior, distilling that into our algorithms to underwrite this user behavior and build a product where we can make the user keep transacting on the platform, underwriting these users and building a viable business model around it. So all this has taken us 4 years. Anybody who wants to start doing this now, he can throw money, but he cannot throw this learning. He cannot get the learning.
You're building up a user behavior profile and risk profile. It's
Correct.
a very intelligent way of doing it. Good luck.
Correct.
Wonderful
Thanks.
work. Where are you based? Bombay?
Sir, I'm based in
Rajasthan.
New Delhi.
New Delhi. Oh,
I
good.
thought he will say Bikaner.
That's what I was presuming. Rajasthan.
No, I really need the support of the government on this initiative, because the kind of connotation that chit funds have, it's difficult to even go and talk to a bank and say, give me a bank account for this product. So that's the reason I approached Graham Bell. And I think if this works for us, it will really help us take this innovation to a next orbit.
No, thank you so much. You have actually helped little bit to change our perception toward chit fund. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good work.
Thank you, Manaraj. Thank you, Manaraj and team. We would have a little private discussion with the jurors, allow us a little of a private scenario. And also would request the team to stop recording on YouTube now.